Hi, I'm here with a bonus layout for Kit Conspiracy for the 49 and Market Everywhere collection. So I have a couple branding strips that I would like to add to this layout. I also have several scraps from the pages that I have made for the days that we were supposed to, that we committed to making the layouts, which were, I believe, Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday. I have this scrap left over that I ripped out from the middle of, I don't know, I think it was Saturday's layout. It might have been Thursday's. I can't remember. No, it was definitely Saturday's. I've got some photos and then, of course, some frames and die cuts from the ephemera pack. And then the frames were cut as well as this globe. They were all cut from the cover sheet for the paper collection. Okay, sorry about my voice today, you guys. I am trying to get over a bug that went around our house. It's not fun at all. I'm also going to be using this amazing page. I absolutely love all the color splashes on this page, and of course, the black work that's in there as well. And then I'm thinking about matting it with this orange paper because I couldn't, to be honest, I had this orange paper left over from all of my layouts and I couldn't figure out where to include it. So I'm thinking about matting it and matting my whole layout in it. And then I'm going to mat my photos in this blue paper. Hopefully I'll be able to get it to work because I have 4 photos and not a lot of blue paper to play with. So we'll see. So the first one is these are photos of a tram. It's not really an electric tram that has a rail to ride on, but they call it a tram for some weird reason. But it's like a tour bus in Virginia City, and the guy is great. I think most tour guides are awesome, anyways, but this guy knows his stuff. Like we walk through and, or not walk through, we drive around. And I learned about places that I never even knew about Virginia City before, which made me happy because we have always seen the tram. We've just never taken the tram. And most of that is because of the fact that, we thought we knew everything. But this guy proved us wrong, and it was super exciting. All the places that he took us. And I mean, he took us to a lot more secretive areas that aren't on Tourist Road that got us even more excited to go and do the mine tours and stuff like that. We learned more about the Cholera Mansion that we never thought that we would learn about. I mean, just some super fun things that this tour guide was very knowledgeable on. And like I said, it's their job. But it just blew me away at how much information this guy had. And also, too, how clear you could hear him. So that way it wasn't, a garbled loudspeaker and you were just along for the ride. You didn't actually get to understand what he was saying the whole time. That's not how this was. This was awesome. Everybody on the bus was able to, or on the tram, I should say, weird, was able to hear him. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. At his little stand, he offers drinks and whatnot because it's hot when most people are touring Virginia City. So he's got coolers and you can see them in the back of one of the photos. For people to enjoy a nice beverage before they get on or right after they get off. He's very considerate, and it was just awesome, you guys. It was just a great experience, and most of that deals with the people. All right, so I decided that I was going to gut this paper out because I really do like it, even though it wasn't my first color choice to go for. It seemed like I went straight for all the blue papers in this collection. Blue and green, because that's what I'm attracted to when it comes to scrapbooking. And I loved all the orange pops of paper. In fact, that's one of the reasons that was so eye-catching about this entire collection. So I was really super stoked, or really super sad that I was just using the orange as a passerby. And so I decided to gut it, and I thought, you know what, I've got enough papers and enough elements that I could make another layout. I'm just not sure when, but I definitely can make another layout, and I want some of this orange left over. So I went ahead and gutted it, and I'm distressing all the edges now, and then I'm going to finish cutting apart my photo mats, because my photos for the 4x6 photos aren't going in the same direction. I've got one going horizontal and the other one going vertical. So yeah, and I really don't have a plan to put this layout together. It was just an idea starter, basically. Let's take my scraps and then see what I can do. To be honest, how I like to work. I would rather have the collections already cut into, and then I get to work with the scraps, than start with a full collection and then make decisions and which paper do I cut into first. That's the hardest part right there. At least it's the hardest part for me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue my paper down into the center of my orange frame, and then I'm going to use some washi tape to kind of seal the deal, just because of the fact that when I go to put this on, I don't know I will when I find out. I will know when I go to put the layout back in its album, what the other side of the page protector looks like. But just in case, I'm going to do that now because it's right in front of me, instead of as I go to put them away and then I have to pull the washi tape out. So this just works. I really did like the border, the map border around part of this photo, this scrap of paper. So I want to make sure that I'm going to put that in with my photos, and get it to kind of frame in my photos. I'm not really sure exactly what I was talking about, you guys. I had a brain fog. But I want to make this paper extend a little bit by adding in all of these branding strips. And so I'm hoping that it will work with me, just putting them together, and then that blue photo or that blue branding strip kind of looks like it belongs with my piece of paper, like I'm extending out my piece of paper. I just don't know how exactly I want it to look. So another thing that I could have done as well, because I just now realized how much I was covering up my my beautiful paper. I had no idea until right now how much of that I was covering up. I could have cut that off as well and just used the orange paper to cover it up. Didn't know that. Excuse me, because I definitely did like this other paper as well. So again, with the it's the ticket piece that is kind of throwing me off up at the top. So what I need to do is get this paper to I was going to flip it over because it's the bottom piece that was not working for me. One of the pieces wasn't working for me. So I decided, since the photos were going to cover it up, I'm going to cut it off and then get the bottom piece to match up that way. Yeah, there it is. My photos were going to cover it anyways. So perfect. And then this piece is actually going to go on the edge of my paper, I believe, with the orange sticking out. Yes. So I'm going to have a little bit of that orange sticking out. I just needed to make sure that it was wide enough for my photos. Sorry, you guys. If I don't drown myself in water, then I want to cough a lot. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put the layout together. I did pull out 2 frames, so I'm going to try to get those frames, and they're just cut out from the cover sheet of the paper, so they're not as thick as the sticky backed frames that we were also using. So so I didn't mind covering them up either, because I wasn't, I wasn't too worried about using all of those up because they're thinner than the chipboard frames. So, and then I'm going to take this green tag and rip it in half so that way I could extend my basically my focal photo. I was just trying to portray at how amazing this ride was, because in the background you could see that guy's little concession stand of water that was available to his riders. I just thought it was neat, you guys, that he offered that, especially when you walk into one of the restaurants and I think water was like $5. It's like an amusement park. It's crazy. So I pulled out just a few little things. I wanted to make sure that I gathered all of the colors that were going to be seen in the background paper. So I've got the purpley pink, the blue, the orange, the green, all of that stuff. And so I pulled out embellishments that would help pull those colors out of that paper. So really liked that. And then I'm just going to glue everything together. I've got a few more of those photo corners that I wanted to add to a few places. And then also too, I use the photo corners to help me cover up areas in a photo, like that one up at the top where the Mark Twain Museum. I've already scrapbooked about the Mark Twain Museum, but I didn't want it to be, I guess I didn't want it to take away from what this photo was, which I thought I had a close-up of what that plaque says, and I don't, so I'm not even sure what that plaque says, but I do know that it is the history of this little tram. The tram itself is what it is, and I apologize that I did not get it closer, or I would talk about it, but this guy refurbished this little tram to make it basically his tour bus, but it's the history of that little tram and all that stuff. And so I completely forgot, you guys, and I apologize. I really do. So now that everything is glued together, that is it for me today. I apologize so much, you guys, for being scatterbrained and all this stuff. I do apologize. But I am enjoying all of these. As much as I don't sound like it, I am. I am having a blast with Kit Conspiracy, and these kits. These kits this month were fabulous to work with, by the way. It is so awesome. Please be sure to check out Janet Fritz's channel here on YouTube. It's Galaxy Girl Creations, to go and see what she has for you guys today. And I will check you guys all later. Thank you so much. Bye.